Hello and welcome to Professor Lami's channel. And you may wonder, what am I doing here? You were probably coming here hoping to hear that favorite voice that you are used to on this channel. Never mind, you're still going to hear that voice, but I am taking over for a bit, and I'm here to get some words from her to help you know her better. If I may introduce myself, my name is Busola, friend to Professor Lami. I'm very proud one to be her friend and her sister. And today I want to ask her a few questions so I'll discover some more things about her for myself and help you to also discover more things about her. So Professor Lami, you're welcome to your channel.
It sounds interesting. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Who is Lami Namonu?
Lami Angela Namonu. I am a wife and I'm married to Dr. Emmanuel Namonu. Doctor, not academic, a medical practitioner. Yes. I'm a mother of five adult children, 3 young ladies and 2 young men. Professor of chemistry. I'm a Christian. I'm a lover of nature. I'm an adventurous human being, a passionate teacher, a lover of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I'm a born teacher. That's what I think. And that's what people, incidentally say. My students, my friends, my colleagues say that I'm a born teacher. They see it in me.
Recently, you've given a fellowship award into FSTAN, the Science Teachers Association of Nigeria. Congratulations, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If I may ask, what does this recognition mean to you personally?
Personally, this recognition, this award of the Fellowship of the Science Teachers Association of Nigeria, it means a lot, so much to me because it's like a dream come true. I've always dreamt to get to the pinnacle of my profession. And when I'm talking about my profession, I'm talking about my profession as a teacher. Yeah, when you get your degrees, the first degree, the BSc, the master's, the PhD, and then you rise through the ranks and become a professor, it's not just, that's not all it takes. There are professional organizations, professional bodies, associations that you have to belong to. And these professional associations exist to not just to help in your progression in your career, but they exist to, inculcate in members the dynamics of the career and also, keep you in line with the ethics of the profession. So these professional bodies are part and parcel of your growth as a teacher, as an academic. So the Science Teachers Association of Nigeria is one of such professional bodies. I have been a fellow of the Chemical Society of Nigeria, and I've been a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, both of these fellowships for many years. Of course, I value them tremendously. I'm proud to be a fellow of these 2 wonderful associations. But this fellowship of the Science Teachers Association of Nigeria is, to me, like the icing on the cake because it's like a dream come true. I've always dreamt to be a teacher right from when I was a teenager. Then I went into teaching. So this is the pinnacle of the teaching profession. And so it's a great thing for me.
Can you share some of the milestones in your career that's led to this great achievement? Significant ones that come.
Significant ones. Yeah. Okay. Like when Benue State, the state where I live and work, celebrated the World Teachers' Day. So Benue State observed their first celebration of the World Teachers' Day in 1997 on 5th October. And I was given the award of the best teacher of the year
Wow.
from 1997, the first ever in Benue State. At that point, I was teaching in the secondary school. So I was called up to the state capital, Makurdi, and it was a huge celebration. And I shook the governor at that time and received an award as the best teacher. So that is a huge milestone for me. Now, a gigantic milestone for me has been the huge number of lives I've been enabled to impact. And this, I've taught chemistry at all levels where it's possible to teach chemistry. In fact, earlier this year, we went demystifying chemistry in primary schools, doing, doing kitchen chemistry, because chemistry is everywhere. We chemists say, what on earth is not chemistry? So there's chemistry in the kitchen, there's chemistry in the home, and all of that. So, but formal teaching of chemistry, I've taught in the secondary school, I've taught in the College of Education, and of course, I'm teaching chemistry in the university. And of course, it's not just chemistry I'm teaching. I'm also teaching environmental standards, procurement standards, social standards, but I've been teaching. So the milestone for me, huge, is the number of lives I've been enabled to impact. Like at this award, the comments on Facebook, the comments on social media from my students all over the globe has been tremendous. They've been huge. So to me, these are the things that matter.
As the seasoned chemistry professor that you are, how do you see the role of chemistry education evolving in Nigeria, particularly in fostering innovation and scientific research?
Thank you so much, because really we cannot look at chemistry education in isolation. You see, teaching of chemistry or chemistry education has tremendous role, huge role to play in fostering innovation and scientific development, national development, generally speaking. Now, especially with the advent of technology, the application of technology, in the teaching of chemistry. So chemistry has evolved, in Nigeria from just passing across body of knowledge, facts and figures to students, because, well, chemistry has lots of facts and figures. So it's not just, inculcating in students and pupils, these facts and figures, knowledge of these things, but making chemistry entrepreneurial, relating chemistry to, everyday life, making chemistry such that it enables students to develop problem-solving skills, and gives them, so it's not just developing students hands-on, but minds-on experience. So it's not hands-on skills, but minds-on experience. So that is the evolution of the teaching of chemistry that has happened. It's no longer the traditional rote learning of facts and figures. It is making students more open to problem-solving skills. And these are the primary things that will help, creativity, research, and innovation.
All right.
Yes.
Right. I know that the part of the name of your YouTube channel is Fun Chemistry.
Yes.
What I've heard about is fun chemistry. Do they mix? So when you talk about innovation and it's not just hands-on, but it's minds-on, my mind can begin to think, okay, fun chemistry. I think I'm getting a bit more convinced. Now, Prof, yes. What are some of the key challenges you faced in your journey to becoming an educator, as an educator, researcher, and how have you overcome them?
Thank you so much. Challenges I've had as an educator, as a teacher of chemistry. Number one, the first challenge is a general, lack of facilities. with which to teach chemistry. Most times in the secondary schools, there are no labs. And where there are labs, they are ill-equipped. Even in tertiary institutions, the labs are just, not there, so to say. So how I have overcome or tried to overcome that, for example, is by improvisation. Like in chemistry, for example, in the secondary school, you must talk about acid-base titrations. Okay? Now, if bases, alkalis are not available, I have had students extract alkali from plantain husk. That creates a connection between chemistry and home and reality. So you get plantain husk, extract alkali from it, and then use that alkali in your acid-base titration. And I have had to extract indicators from purple cabbage. And then we use the indicator from purple cabbage in the acid-base titration to indicate the endpoint. So those are some of the ways that I had to, overcome the challenge of lack of facilities and lack of materials. I'll give another example. I was to teach a practical class in the higher institution, with one of the higher institutions where I have been working. And for this particular experiment, there was a need for ice for all the students to use in the experiment. We didn't have an ice making machine in that institution. I had to use my salary, to use my money to go and buy ice commercially so that the students will use. So these are the things, going the extra mile to make provisions, to support, to make it real for students so that the lack of materials will not be felt by the students. Secondly, there is this general apathy that students have, no matter the level of teaching chemistry, be it in the secondary school and the university. There's this apathy, there's this fear. So this phobia. So one of the things I have tried to do to circumvent that, to help the students come out of this phobia, is to make it fun, to make chemistry fun, so that, and just imagine, I entered the class and I want to teach ring. It happened, I did it. I was about to teach ring strain in cycloalkanes. Sorry for using these terminologies, okay? And you can imagine, they'll be like, the students will be like, what is she talking about? I just came into the class and I wrote, there is no free lunch, even in Freetown. Bold, quote and unquote. And so you can imagine all the students were like, what's this woman going to talk about? And then I started. And at the end, it was like, wow, I was teaching chemistry, but I started with some fun. Yeah, I could go on and on and on to give you. And first of all, what's Freetown? Have you heard of Freetown? So it's to make it fun, make them laugh, help them learn. When I read that book by David Wong, it changed my, disposition, my teaching of chemistry. When students learn in a fun environment, they tend to enjoy the course. I mean, it's such, I get the bumps when my students call me, from Australia, from other different parts of the globe, and say, I made chemistry fun for them. That's why they were able to read chemical engineering. They were able to read medicine. They were able to, I mean, it's so, so fulfilling.
I wish you were my chemistry teacher. Maybe I would have loved chemistry then.
I know. So these are some of the ways I've been able to circumvent, some of these challenges, and the passion. Passion is contagious. And it comes through. The people you're teaching chemistry, they see it. You see, chemistry is difficult as it is. Let's face facts.
Thank you for admitting that.
I do admit. Chemistry is difficult as it is. So if you don't, and I tell my students, look, it's my job. I'm paid to make chemistry interesting for you. I'm paid to make it easy. And then they relax. You get the point. So, like, I want to teach mass spectrometry, for example. And I tell them mass spectrometry in the higher institution. And I just tell them that imagine a flower vase made of glass. Just grab it and smash it on the ground, and then pick up the pieces and separate them according to sizes and weight, masses. Then later on, analyze the piles. And if you understand that, and then draw a chart of the number of pieces of glass in each of the piles. That is mass spectrometry. And they're like, really? And I said, yeah,
I can do with that.
Exactly. So, and I said, that's the basis, is a fundamental of mass spectrometry. And they're like, no, it can't be this easy. It can't be. So these are some of the ways you demystify chemistry. You make it fun to them, make it relatable.
Can you just give us a little hint into what it costs you to study at all and study science, and why you make it your goal to make sure that as many people as want to study science are able to study science, more especially the girls?
Yes. It's a long story. I would give you a peep into, that which drives me, my inspiration, the fire, in me. So once upon a time, Lami, was finishing primary school. And of course, she knew she wanted to be, somebody that would go to school. She wanted to be educated. She wanted to get formal education. She wanted to go on to secondary school, to college. And then my father said, no way, there's no way any of his girls will go to college, because they will go get pregnant out of wedlock and bring the family shame and disgrace.
For the story of how Professor Lami overcame this obstacle, and for more on this discussion, join us in the next video. In the meantime, share this video with as many people as you can. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, so that you'll be the first to know when the next video is available. Drop your comments and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.